Warning. The conversations in this podcast are performed by the cavemen. For your safety and the protection of those around you, please do not attempt to take anything you hear too seriously on the show. Fucking A, mate.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah, I've tried.
Not gonna lie.
You've been watching a lot of Conor
Tried.
interviews.
Had to get ready for the pod,
What's
dog.
up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the K Podcast. I'm your boy Joreeezy. I'm here with Francis and Feel the Burn. Here to talk about the Conor McGregor UFC 329 knee controversy. But before we begin, something crazy happened online yesterday. Perez Hilton had a psychotic episode on TikTok Live, I believe.
Yeah.
Zach, can you fill us in with the details? Because I only know the conspiracy theories.
Obviously, doing this pod for as long as we've been doing it, whenever something crazy crosses my feed, I usually hit the chat and say, "Did y'all see this?" But I don't know the backstory aside from when I showed it to my wife and she was like, "Oh, he's got kids and he's been having mental breakdowns and whatnot." But yeah, so I saw he was trending, and then I don't know if you guys have seen the video or not by now, but it went viral where he was it's a video of him slicing himself.
Apparently, it's
I didn't hear the audio. I just watched it, and it was disturbing.
Of a scene from The Event Horizon, which is a movie where he's diced up. But yeah, he was all cut up on TikTok Live. Apparently, he wasn't live by himself. He was on that conference feature where there were a few other people live.
Yeah,
with
people
him.
popped up and started freaking out.
And then he was swatted as well. So the SWAT team was outside of his place while it was going on.
Got it.
It was weird. Not too long ago, might not even be related, but there was a streamer. I don't know if it happened in Mexico, but dude, right on camera, someone pulled up on a bike. The guy behind him was masked up, pointed a gun at his head, popped him, and dipped out. So,
whoa.
Extreme things are happening in the streaming space right now. I actually had a real high thought, thinking that what if streaming is a fucking psyop to get people to voluntarily have them surveyed? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A lot of people are paranoid about giving their apps access fully, but when you're streaming, you bypass all that because you need your camera to have access. So not everyone's meant to stream, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the people that are really getting pushed, you should really look into their background because there's some sus stuff, man. There's some sus stuff. But Perez Hilton cut himself on live all over the place. And I think he has some history with Ariana Grande. And Ariana Grande released a music video not too long ago where she was also bloodied up. So I don't know if there's a relation between the two.
Damn.
Real weird.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Weird.
Celebrity gossip blogger Perez Hilton hospitalized in Miami August 4th after a disturbing TikTok live stream in which he appeared to be self-harming, according to the Forbes. We'll probably dedicate an episode about that if the story develops to be more interesting. But tonight, we're going to talk about fucking Conor McGregor, yeah?
Proper 12 Irish whiskey.
Rapper number 12.
So first fight in 5 years. Spicy Tenderoni in the chat. What's up? How are you doing? Highly anticipated match against Max Holloway. Interestingly enough, too, Max Holloway and Conor McGregor, when they fought that first time, he also injured his knee during the fight. But,
Conor did?
Yeah, Conor did, but no one could tell because he fought through it, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of weird stuff happened prior to the fight that was kind of hinting to him maybe not making the fight, I made a video that took off actually, and a lot of people reminded me of a lot of things that I missed out. But there was an interview before the fight where he was talking about mental preparation and visualization. and how he would imagine the worst scenario and kind of reverse engineer him, the fight from there. And he said that he prepared for responses for the worst case outcomes inside the cage: knee or shoulder dislocation, ankle going, etc. So this was this was before the fight, right? And then he had an after party. I think it was scheduled at Encore or Excess. I think it's Encore, but that was canceled the week before, which people were speculating, confirmed, something's up. But really, he rescheduled and recoordinated his after party to be at Marquee. But he lost the fight and he never showed up. And it was funny because I follow this Marquee promoter on TikTok, and he was like, he took a video of himself looking really disappointed. He's like, when Conor McGregor hurt his knee and he's not coming to
there goes his sales commission.
Yeah, bro. Like half the people in line are there for Conor. You know what I'm saying? And then so also UFC does these series called Embedded, which is like the 24/7 for HBO boxing. To kind of hype up the fight. And it's a Conor McGregor fight. He hasn't fought in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Usually the media is full on Conor, and it's like, oh shit, those guys are fighting. You know what I mean? Like usually the spotlight is on Conor majority during a Conor pay-per-view or a Conor event. But the first 2 episodes, apparently he wasn't even on the series.
Wow.
And people were like, dude, for sure. You know what I mean? He canceled the club. I think there was a picture that was published online of him walking into a Newport rehab specialty clinic, kind of by Fashion Island, if you're from Orange County. So he ended up showing up on the 3rd episode of the Embedded. Usually there's like 5, 6, or 7 episodes of these. So he ended up showing up to the 3rd one. But he kind of looked off. And I don't know if you guys were watching the fight. During the walkout, usually Conor looks like, you know what I mean, a madman. He's got some kind of killer instinct in it, whether it's performative to intimidate the opponent, you know what I mean, or just to kind of put on a bravado show to show that he's a crazy man when they're to fucking fight. There wasn't any of that, you know what I mean? And even when he did his little Conor McGregor, Vince McMahon walk, it looked like someone imitating him instead of him doing it, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also a scene before the fight where they take off their gear and they get checked by the referees where he stumbled a little bit, which people were speculating, oh, he might be hurt. But I honestly don't think people thought that up until after the fight and after it happened. But the weird things are, immediately after the fight, he took off in an SUV that was kind of waiting for him instead of getting taken out by medical to get checked, which you think is standard precaution for athletes at that caliber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the injury ended up being a blown ACL. I guess his meniscus was also torn, but there are some sports medicine physicians that are questioning the reports, saying that there's no swelling, there's no compensation in, his build. We're all athletes here. Usually you can play with a messed up ankle, you can play with a messed up knee, but usually you compensate for it. And Conor looked good, and I think the weirdest part is he's already working it out. He's posting videos of himself working out his knee, saying, look at me leg. You know what I'm saying? It's feeling proper already. So I don't know. I mean, the crazy thing is this guy showed up. If he did scam us, this was a $30 million scam, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's honestly rallying for the betting companies to refund the bets because he thinks it's a no contest. But it's a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't know what to tell you. What do you guys think? He did open up with that crazy fucking jump kick, which he does start fights with. I will say, following Conor McGregor's career for a while now. So that wasn't out of his character. But goddamn, that shit was far though, right?
Dude, he was so out of range.
Yeah.
Like,
he was not close.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Like, I will say that I believe that I don't think there's any conspiracy. I think it's just Conor just hadn't fought in 5 years, thought he could do something crazy, and his body just didn't handle it in that moment. I don't know what else to say. It's just like one of those things. Like, yeah, you can spar all you want, right, and try to do all those kicks, but I don't know, man. In the sparring sessions, was he trying to do kicks?
So
from
you
that
know
long
what?
distance? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Before the fight, before he came out to the fight in the back rooms, he was drilling that kick.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And his coach said we were drilling that kick, you know what I mean, regularly. So I don't know if it was that far, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually when you're hitting pads at a hittable distance rather than a gauging long distance kind of
Right.
thing, you know what I mean?
That's kind of the point I was trying to make. It's just like, and the way he landed on that right knee is just not. He didn't have a good foundation as he landed. He was not evenly. Weight wasn't evenly distributed, and it just gave out a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's a deep conspiracy theory. I think the deepest conspiracy theories there are tied into this is a betting scandal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did look up any suspicious betting activities, and there wasn't. 70 to 90% of tickets and a large share of the handle at books like BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, and Caesars were backed by Conor McGregor. But the people that were in the know were betting on Max Holloway. But dude, honestly, you guys know, I feel like people betting, like majority of the people betting are jabronis that are just like, oh, I fucking won, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's gambling. There's no like when it's Conor McGregor, you just even I put $20 on Conor McGregor. I was like, yeah, let me see if you can win me some lunch money right quick.
And
But-
I'm speaking more so about like the bigger names like Drake, you know, who's putting millions of dollars on people that he doesn't even fucking know. I don't think people know that Drake has a gambling deal, so you know they usually give him money to gamble. So if he says he bets on Conor McGregor and y'all put money on Conor McGregor too, like that wasn't his money, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But yeah, and I think the other conspiracy that actually might hold weight is the fact that he's just coming in to collect the check. You know what I mean? Any of us would do that, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$30 million. Again, we spoke about fighters' pay. That's like remarkably high for an MMA fighter. That's grazing Mayweather level pay. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to ask, like, what's Mayweather and Pacquiao getting if they're still fighting? Is it around that or?
I think Mayweather's at the point where he can market himself to make 100 mil or nothing.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
That's wild.
Especially at Pacquiao being already a legend. Like,
yeah,
I don't think you'd get Pacquiao unless, you know, he, out of the kindness of his heart, he'll do something. Yeah, you'd still have to pay him though. You know what I mean? It would be.
I fight for my country.
But yeah, for UFC fighters, for MMA fighters, usually once you hit like 9 or 10 mil, that's like, oh, dude, you made it. You know what I mean? 30 mil, it's gonna be hard for anybody else to hit that again, or
well, especially now, right? When
match that,
when someone's putting up 30 mil and his ACL goes out, like,
oh yeah, there's that.
That's tough. That's a bad look,
dude.
with UFC, is there like with boxing? You know, there's like a purse split that's pre-negotiated before the fight starts. Is there something like that in UFC where
it's a good question?
It's like is Max Holloway guaranteed like 10 mil and McGregor gets 30 mil and there's just a bonus if you win? I guess I don't know.
I'm looking it up on Grok right now, but from my understanding, you have a base pay based on like just showing up, and then you used to get pay-per-view points, but now you don't. You know. And then I think you do get a bonus for fight of the night or for performance of the night. And if you get both, then you get both of those.
Okay.
That's tight.
Yeah. Again, we talked about the integrity of betting. I feel like that's a good incentive for someone to genuinely try hard. You know what I mean? And you do see it in the UFC. Like some of these people that are really like seeking the fight of the night bonus, do it in the undercards. They're like going at it. They like make an agreement in the third round. Like, hey, let's get this money.
Yeah. Win or lose, we get fight of the night.
Let's get paid, boys.
Okay, so no, the UFC does not use a pre-negotiated purse split between the two fighters, the way boxing often does. Each fighter has an independent contract with the UFC. Their pay is negotiated separately with the promotion and does not depend on how much the opponent is earning. The standard structure for most fighters is there's a show money, guaranteed payment for making weight, and competing, win or lose. And if you don't make weight, usually you forfeit, I think, 90% to 75% of your pay to the other guy. Wow. And it's up to that guy if he wants to fight you still or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But the percentage of people that win are usually the people that didn't make weight. So there's that to take into consideration. And there's a win bonus, like I mentioned, usually equal to the show money and paid only if the fighters win.
Okay.
So the thing about contract negotiations I found out is it's interesting. Like there's obviously people that feel like they're lucky to fight in the UFC. So when it comes to contract negotiations, they'll just fucking sign. You know what I mean? But there's people like, I'm sure Conor McGregor at this level can do that. And I'm sure he's done that where he's like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? And he won't sign up until the night of the fight. So if they like, this is a funny example. Let's say he has one more fight in his contract. You know what I mean? So this one that he fucked up was the second to the last fight of his contract. If they renegotiated his contract then and he signed a fucking like blockbuster amount of a contract and then went out and tore his fucking ACL, dude.
Bro,
that would have been fucking crazy, man.
Or the inverse though, right? Like, because like you were saying, you know, like what could be the conspiracy behind it? Like what if he doesn't want to be part of the contract anymore? And so this is a way to like lose a fight off of that and get him closer to the end of the deal.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I mean, that's up in the air, but like that could be a possibility.
Actually really interesting the way things have played out because the previous big fight card before that was the White House card. And Conor McGregor was rumored to be on that White House card. Actually, he was already in the lineup for that.
And that was after this event, right?
That was before this event.
Oh, okay.
But let's just be honest. Economically, if you wanted to squeeze out as much money as you can, you put Conor in his own card because the White House card is going to hit. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So they did that. They maximized their profits margins by putting Conor in his own card. But maybe Conor felt like, you know, fuck that. You know, up my pay. And since they probably didn't, he's like, fuck that then. You know what I mean?
Fuck this. 30 seconds. You get me for 30 seconds.
I'd like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So it's interesting.
That's funny,
at this
dude.
point, though, do you think he'll re-sign with another promotion?
no.
The only other promotion I think is a threat is Jake Paul's MMA thing, but it's not even a regular promotion.
Yeah.
They did pick up PFL, so they might start developing like a tournament style promotion. You know what I mean? But Bellator's gone. You can go to one championship, but dude, UFC fighters are getting fucked up in one championship. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you want to take the Conor McGregor brand over there just to tarnish it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
At this point, just do movies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fucking make more whiskey. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, there's a void that Brock Lesnar left.
Yeah,
Could go that route.
yes.
WWE?
Actually, I heard that his first official protest was the first retirement, and then they scrambled. I don't know if they wrote him a check, and then he came. You know, he stayed to retire another time. But that X he flashed during his first retirement was very sus, and I think we should talk about that later too.
I'm just saying, dude. TK has got money.
Yes, the same drama in the UFC side is actually present in the WWE side. I hear Roman Reigns is dealing with some issues as well with pressure from TKO to take pay cuts. So the problem is WWE and UFC, they're like the creme de la creme of sports entertainment, right?
Right.
Now, when you have the biggest names of those brands, like the Roman Reigns, the Conor McGregor's, like you're not going to tell those guys and tell them to take a pay cut when they could very well start their own brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're not going to start their own brand. So what's going to happen? You're going to get bullshit like, possibly what we saw with the Conor McGregor knee shit. You know what I mean? Now the question is, are you hyped to see the next Conor McGregor fight? Do you think he'll generate, the same amount of hype for his last fight?
Depends who he's fighting, I guess. I don't know. I feel like he has to fight someone old already too, and just kind of make it like a legacy fight type thing. Like someone that has, I don't know, like a Nate Diaz. Like
I think he should fight Nick Diaz, dude.
Or Nick Diaz, yeah.
Yeah, they're both like, you know what I'm saying? I think at that level of caliber of a fighter, you know what I mean? I agree.
He's in a unique spot now, though, because now you're going to have people that want to see him fight again, because obviously there was demand to see him fight, just in general, there always will be. And there's going to be people that are going to want to see a knee happen again, like if he's going to fuck up again. So I think this might have maximized, this potentially could have maximized viewership for whatever he does next.
The last fight before this was when he broke his fucking leg, you know what I mean? So it's like, one thing I've learned about people is people are fucking bandwagoning pushovers, you know what I mean? So you get someone like Drake to be like, oh, I'm so excited for the last Conor fight. You get a few people to tweet out Conor McGregor things. You see a Conor McGregor package, people will care, you know what I mean? And good fight or not, knowing that it's Conor's last fight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The expectations are low because you're there for the exit rather than, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
The performance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're going to see a grandpa, so it's like, you have no fucking expectations of a tornado kick or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's just see him, like, fucking throw a few punches here and there, call it a day. Like, don't even make it, like, the main event, like co-main event type shit, like second to last.
Put in the sleeper and taps out with a smile on his face.
Yeah. I guess the last fight of his contract was scheduled even before this previous fight happened. So I don't know if he was unhappy about that, but there were talks of him being active in the Zuffa boxing project that Dana White is behind too. And honestly, if it's a leg issue, maybe you should stay in boxing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a striker primarily anyway, so
right.
That makes sense. Yeah, fuck. If you imagine he tries to throw a kick and he just like, come on, man.
Okay. So if I'm gonna put my head in Conor's brain, this is what he thought. He has a fucking titanium shin bone, right?
Oh shit.
He was trying to use that shit in the beginning of the fight, but his other leg is in titanium.
His other leg has to hold up by titanium.
When you throw a kick like that, like your landing leg is very important. It's actually more important than the kicking leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think being excited and not being active for 5 years, you know what I mean? You're not going to really have that same feel for the octagon and feel for your opponents like someone who's active has. And it's silly, bro. He was blaming the mist from his entrance, and he was saying that the mat got wet, so it was a little slippery.
No.
It's really sad, dude. Like,
that sucks.
It's not sad for like a fan because we don't give a shit, you know what I mean? But like,
right,
empathizing for Conor, having a guy like that who had that big of an ego, who talked that big of a game to like,
talk a lot of shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I drew the spotlight on me. Now I have to answer for, you know what I mean, the repercussions of having the spotlight on me. too much.
Yeah.
Fucking A, you know? I pray to the Lord to forgive me. I'm Catholic now. Crazy shit, bro. So, yeah, man. Do you guys think it was a legit knee injury, or you think there was some fishy stuff going on?
I think legit knee injury, just the way it looked to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't like what's the end game, right? Like that's what I always like when I question these things. It's like, how does that benefit Conor to not fight? You know. So that's where I'm having a hard time. I mean, I'm down to buy anything though, like to buy any reason for it, like if it's plausible. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with this one, it's like hard to like guess what that is. You know.
I think it was a real injury. The extent of how bad it was, that one is, you know what I mean, debatable. Mm-hmm. Because if you're an up and coming fighter who like got injured during his first fight in the UFC, where all eyes are on him and this fight will dictate whether or not he gets pushed or not, like, I'm gonna keep fighting. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. But that's if true. I've already made my name, I fucking have billions in the fucking bank. You know what I mean? I don't need to prove myself. Like, if I have a hangnail, I'm not gonna fight. No, you know what I'm saying?
Like Paul Crew in Longest Yard.
I mean, it didn't help that Max like knew what was going on, and Max was nice about it. It's like, bro, I can fuck him up right now, but
yeah, he probably should have too.
Yeah. Bro, if that was like a Khabib or something who like actually hated Conor,
take his fucking knee, fucking knee lock his shit, fucking walls of Jericho.
It actually like was ideal that he was facing Max Holloway, who's, you know, a likable gentleman, I think, in the octagon. So yeah, man, I'll drink to that. I don't even know if he owns Proper 12 anymore. I think he sold it actually.
Yeah. Hey, so what's next for Holloway?
Honestly, it's really good for him that Ilya Topuria lost, because, you know, now having technically TKO'd Conor McGregor, there's a rematch possibility with Ilya Topuria and Max Holloway. Right now, with Justin Gaethje as champion in the 155 division, I think they're campaigning for either Charles Oliveira or Arman Tsarukyan. But Ilya Topuria lost. Charles Oliveira beat the shit out of Max Holloway. Well, not beat the shit out of him, dominated him in the BMF fight. So he moved up to lightweight. He lost the defending BMF match, so technically he didn't take too much of a hit during his momentum at a new weight class. But right now, the last fight he lost to in featherweight was against Ilya Topuria for the title. So actually the cards for him is a rematch to get that dub back if he can.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, any closing thoughts for Conor McGregor?
I mean, I wish he would have like had a full fight, because that would have been dope to see. It's always fun to watch him fight. So that was obviously a letdown. I think that's an understatement. But hoping we get to see him again and get a proper fight.
All I say is the house always wins. Was it 80% of the money on Conor McGregor? That's where it gets kind of a little sketchy too. Is like, damn, 80% of the money was on Conor.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a deflating main event. Like, I watched SummerSlam this past weekend. My wife, Mandy, was actually excited because the build-up was pretty good with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. It's funny because I reminded her before the match, I'm like, yo, this is WWE, so they guarantee this is going to be entertaining. Like that UFC shit. No one's going to tweak an ankle or some bullshit.
No, that'll be fine.
Yeah. So
I will say though too, like to the point about the money and all that, like 30 million in the purse, and like I'm thinking like how much, like what the end game would be. Like I always say, like these fools don't need no more money. Like they're already making shit ton of money, but I've never had that kind of money, so maybe they're gonna get however many dollars they can get no matter what. And if that's a way to do it by, you know, finagling the books a little bit, letting the house win, then maybe that's the way to do it. So,
and being a father now, if I have 30 mil, it'd be cool to have my kids have 30 mil. You know what I mean? On some fucking, I don't give a shit what these people thought about my fucking knee. My fucking kids have 30 mil, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I'm already a fucking legend. Conor McGregor. Fuck me leg.
So, yeah, yo, hey, man.
Money.
Yeah,
that's true.
At the end of the day, so shit. Follow us on all social media platforms at The Cave, K4V3. Website cave.com, K4V3.com. Check us out. Got Francis, Feel the Burn, and Joreeezy. See y'all later. Peace out.
Peace.
Football's coming. It's football season, boys.
Fucking football, man.
Who the fuck is football?